And they are here to see one guy. They are here to see LaMelo Ball. And we've got about 2.5 minutes before this game begins. Spire Academy versus Trinity International. I'm Leroy Watson, joined by Casey Barksdale. And Casey, earlier I was just walking around the whole arena just to get a feel. And all of a sudden I hear this chant, Big Baller Brand, Big Baller Brand. And apparently the Spire Academy team was walking through the lower concourse at that moment. And that's how they were serenaded, Big Baller Brand, Big Baller Brand. The folks are excited to see this game.
Oh, absolutely. You know, one thing you can say about LeVar and Big Baller Brand and Melo is they definitely moved the needle in grassroots basketball.
So if you haven't bought a ticket and you haven't gotten here yet, don't bother. You're not going to get in. The fire marshal will turn you away. This place is full to the brim and cannot hold another soul, which means we're somewhere around 3,600 people in the building. So starting today for Spire Academy are 0, Rocket Watts, number 1, LaMelo Ball, number 16, Myron Gardner, number 22, Isaiah Jackson, and number 3, Terry Lockett. For Trinity International, they actually have a wrinkle in their starting lineup tonight, Casey. They're starting number 1, Dacian Nix, number 10, Marlon Leston, number 13, Zaba Bengala, number 15, Milton Burnett, and replacing guard Kevin Gillis, they're going with big number 22, Gabriel Ward, the 7-footer. Be interesting to see if that little wrinkle will throw off Coach Jermaine Jackson and Spire Academy. So we've got about a minute to go before this game begins. So everybody sit back, relax. We'll have public announce, and then we'll get this one underway.
This is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Mustang Madness continues. Our next game features the thunder of Trinity International from Las Vegas, Nevada, against Spire Academy out of Geneva, Ohio. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Trinity International. Starting at forward, a 6'4" sophomore, number 10, Marlon Leston. And forward, a 6'10" junior, number 22, Gabriel Ward. And guard, a 6' sophomore, number 13, Zaba Bengala. And guard, a 5'11" senior, number 15, Milton Burnett. And then guard, a 6'2" junior, number 1, Dacian Nix. Head coach of Trinity International, Mr. Greg Mockridge. Now the starting lineups for Spire Academy. Starting at forward, a 6'9" junior, number 22, Isaiah Jackson. Starting at forward, a 6'6" senior, number 16, Myron Gardner. Starting at guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Terry Lockett. Is he going to be 2021? At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 0, Rocket Watts. And at guard, a 6'7" senior, number 1, LaMelo Ball. And the coach of Mr. Jermaine Jackson.
No pressure on us.
And so if there were any question who everyone was here to see, that roar when his name was introduced put all of that to bed. LaMelo Ball in the house and ready to put on another show. He was player of the game last night with a resplendent performance. I would expect nothing less from him today. But, Casey, it's really interesting to see Trinity International go so big. Only time will tell if that strategy is going to work out for the Thunder.
Well, where I'm interested is to watch Deshaun Nix to see how he comes out in this game with this atmosphere and the amount of talent that Spire puts on the floor. I'm anxious to see what he comes out and does here.
Spoke with Coach Lockridge moments ago. He says he thinks Dacian is ready. Spire, home team on the scoreboard, in white, trimmed in midnight blue. Trinity, the visitor on the scoreboard, in black, trimmed in gold and white. Dacian Nix controls the opening tip, and we are officially underway. I changed my estimate to 3,800, Casey.
Wow.
I mean, everywhere a human being can be deposited, they're there. I'd say 3,800 people in here. LaMelo in the corner. Back up top to Rocket Watts.
Hey, Rocket Watts went over to the Bella Vista locker room and got a pair of shoes.
It sure looks like it, doesn't it? Isaiah Jackson fouled on that attempt. Zaba Bengala. Bengala's first team first. And to the line, shooting a pair, a member of the United States men's national team program, Isaiah Jackson. Just a junior. Makes that first free throw.
Very talented, high energy.
Supremely talented.
Pretty good stroke coming off his fingertips.
Got the shooter's roll, and it's 2-0 Spire. And looks like a 2-2-1 zone press here. Will they fall back into a man-to-man, or will they fall into a zone? Looks like they fall into a 2-3 zone. Interesting.
They're going to play 2-3 predominantly tonight. They're just going to trap out of it and be really wide.
I thought they might go man, but
they're going to make you make plays in space. That's the nature of how they play.
Dacian Nix, long three, no good. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound. He really traveled, but they didn't call it. That's Terry Lockett with the ball. He dishes it to Gordon, and Gordon to Isaiah Jackson. And the foul is on Marlon Leston, his first team second.
You know, that's one thing right there. If you'll notice, Isaiah Jackson, we talked all day about throwing it up, throwing it up, throwing it up. He's talented enough to catch it and has good enough hands when it's down low.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but Trinity International does not need to fall too far behind.
Can't afford to do it. They can't score enough. They're not built to score. They need this thing
like
to
that.
somehow be in the 70s.
They can
And
keep
that
it in
may
the
be
70s.
high.
Yeah, a good point. They can keep it in the 70s, yes. I believe they should be competitive. Three on the way.
But you've almost
That's blocked.
You've almost got to use your offense to control tempo.
Correct.
Because Spire's okay at shooting it quick, but because they're so spread out defensively, you've almost got to use your offense, take shot clock down to 10 or less, and then live with what shot you get. Because the same shot you can get 10 or less will be the same shot you can get in the first 5.
That's true.
But the funny thing last night, getting back to
Gabriel
the
Ward.
hotel, hearing LeVar Ball talk about defense.
You heard him talk about defense?
Well, yeah.
Myron Gardner.
I said out of all the conversations I think I could have sat and had with LeVar Ball, we talked defense.
It was a short conversation.
It was a little short.
Because I know when I talked to him, it was a long conversation, and there was nothing about defense. It was all about offense. But he does have some very fascinating theories about offense.
He does. No, he does.
And they make sense, particularly given the modern era. He is a proponent that there's no such thing as too many shots.
That's right.
And if you're missing, that's okay.
It's
Keep
a
putting them
numbers
up.
game. It's a numbers game.
Yes.
Like I mentioned to him last night, he'd never heard of it. I told him to go look up Grinnell College, D3 school up north that that lives on numbers.
Yes.
There's actually a formula to it. And I told him, I said, you might as well make them a big baller brand school because you'd love those guys.
Yes.
So.
They've been espousing the same theories that he has,
Yep.
and they've been doing it for a long time.
Yep.
It's a very obscure reference.
Played on ESPN
They
probably
sure
about
did. That's
10 years,
right.
8
That's
to 10
right.
years ago. May have been longer. Time flies when you get old.
Daisha Nix. Great pass. Stolen. Myron Gardner. LaMelo Ball. He kicks it out to guess who? Rocket Watts. Trey Ball is short and goes over the backboard.
Good find, though.
Yes, it was. I didn't know quite what was on his mind when he tiptoed baseline, and then I saw Rocket. It's like, okay, he's about to hit him, and sure enough, he did.
Well,
Isaiah Jackson with a good block on Jose Cuello. Rocket Watts layup is good.
the thing that the way Spire plays, the thing it teaches you as a player, and I think it's really good, especially for young players in a lot of ways, is you have to learn to read and react. You have to
Yes.
learn to play the game with good feel, because if you don't play the game with good feel, then you're going to seriously struggle offensively and defensively, because even though they don't play a lot of defense when per se traditional help side man-to-man guard your yard, they still are extremely reactive and feel the game with shooting gaps and that type of stuff.
So Zaba Bengala scores first for Trinity. Missed the and one free throw. Bad pass there by Marlon Leston. Stolen by Spire. Three ball is good. Terry Lockett. And it's 12-2 Spire Academy. And again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this is beginning already to feel like too much of a deficit for Trinity. They're down 10. We're only 3:35 into this contest.
Well, the way Trinity looked to attack right there, I think their plan's pretty good the way they're attacking the press.
Oh, what a ball fake by Terry Lockett. But go ahead, Casey.
No, I think the way they're trying to attack it by flattening out the court, I think it's a great way to attack it. They're going to give it back.
Isaiah Jackson. Wow. That's all I got for you, Casey. Wow.
Athletic.
Myron Gardner gets up and blocks that shot, but we had a foul before that. That foul committed by Gabriel War. His first, team second, team third. So Daisha Nix will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. And he makes the first. I've got Trinity with 3 fouls, but you know what, Casey? I really don't think it's going to make much difference one way or the other.
No, sir. No, sir. That's a great point.
Trey Ball is short. Oh, he traveled. Wow, he traveled. And remember, we made the point earlier today, I can't remember who exactly it was, of knowing your personnel and knowing what they're capable of. They just threw a pass that Gabriel War was not going to catch.
Yep.
And that was unfair to him. Of course he turns it over.
Well, remember we talked about last night, you're always going to be able to play in odds against Spire. You got to convert. And if you don't like it, you just dribble it back out.
Yes.
You got to do one of the two.
Wow. Myron Gardner. I had an interesting conversation with Billy McKnight. I won't share pertinent details of it with you on air. We'll talk about it later. But he has some very fascinating theories about how to attack Spire. And some seem counterintuitive, but a lot of what Spire does is counterintuitive. Like right now, I'm sure that, as a matter of fact, all we have to do is look over. Coach Jermaine Jackson is seated right now. Now, his team has 16 points, but they've thrown up a lot of crazy shots, and he's unbothered whatsoever. That's counterintuitive. So it was really interesting getting a chance to pick Billy McKnight's brain, and, we were talking about the matchup that they'll have in about 3 weeks with Spire Academy. He is clearly focused on, well, not focused on, but he has given a lot of thought to how his team will have to attack Spire, and a lot of it goes along very nicely with things that you and I talked about yesterday.
Well, whenever you get their 2-2-1 press, I think you flatten it out. The guy in the middle, so you're going to have a corner, and rim.
Right.
And I would put him at the rim because your 3-second count doesn't start till you cross. But he's got to be active.
Right.
So meaning once you dribble it up the sideline and the back guy comes, so a lot of times that's Mello or I don't know who's on the other side, then your middle guy who's at the rim has a read. His read is flash, free throw line, or stay at the rim.
Right.
And that's his read. And then you're going to have an odd situation. Now, if you feel uncomfortable in the odd, then you've got to be able to pull it out and run something.
Right.
Well, I don't know what something is. That's for each team to decide. But that's how you attack it. Unless you're willing to be that patient with it, then there's a problem.
3 is good. Madit Mu. 16-6.
Good move.
Myron Gardner with that basket. LaMelo Ball called for the foul, his first, team second.
See, now you're going to go to the free throw line. You got a chance to cut it to 10 with 10 minutes to play 10:48 to play in the first half. And it's all about making them shoot over the top of you. You can't get broken down by dribble penetration and allow them to kick it. They're too offensively talented. That's a win. If you're Trinity, that's a win. But you got to get a rebound.
Yeah, there we go. 3 guys. Everybody stood around.
That's
no
right.
one got that rebound. And coach is holding Gabriel Ward personally responsible. He just barked at him for not getting that rebound. Daisha Nix almost created a steal. Rocket Watts right in front of the broadcast table. Over to Myron Gardner.
Right there, you're broken down.
Wow. Basket interference, LaMelo Ball.
But see, the problem right there, you're broken down.
Correct.
You're broken down. So as minute Myron Gardner beats you off the bounce, you're in trouble when you're playing Spire. Because all of them are too offensively talented.
And someone is going to be crashing either
now,
LaMelo or Isaiah.
Now you beat it. Now, too much dribble. Now that's a bad shot there if he shoots it. That's a bad shot. That's the shot they want you to shoot.
Exactly.
Now they're gone. Right here. There's Rocket.
Leak out and layup.
There you go. But how do you convince today's player to be that disciplined to do that? Now
it's almost like
right here,
you're Billy McKnight and we're having the same conversation over again that we just had an hour ago.
Patience here. You don't have to run. Right here. You're fine. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot, yes.
Now you're in trouble. Don't worry about offensive rebounds.
Stolen by Milton Burnett.
Nope, no numbers. Pull it. Now you pull it back out.
Yes, all the way out.
All the way out.
There we go.
Now you go. Now you reset yourself. Don't
take that.
Don't settle there.
Yeah, bad shot. Marlon Lesson has got to know not to take that shot.
Absolutely.
That is the exact shot they want you to take.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this case, they got away with it. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Spire, so Trinity will retain possession. But most of the time, you won't get away with taking that shot.
That's right.
Unless you make it. Zaba Bengala, he attacks Isaiah Jackson. Basket good.
Now you contain the dribbler, make him shoot a jumper over the top. That's fine. You're good there, and you get a stop. You're great there.
Up
Good
ahead to
throw ahead.
Dacian Nix.
Wow.
Nix with an acrobatic finish. And slowly but surely, they're eking their way back into this. But they're still down an awful lot.
But right here,
20-11.
Just don't get broken down. Don't get broken down right here. Now get to your gap. You live with it.
Yeah, you take that.
You live
Whatever
with it.
happens.
That's a win.
Yes. Nix
Now
with the
you
rebound.
got to be smart here. Not that
Don't
one. There's a reason why you don't shoot that one.
Now, again, they get away with it. It looks like we're going to have a push in the back.
But you're playing right into their hands.
Correct.
Now, unless you've got the ultimate green light. Now, if you're the best shooter on the team, we're good with it.
Myron Gardner, his second foul.
No green light. You can't be that good a shooter if you shoot an air ball.
No, absolutely not.
And no disrespect to him, but you can't have your light's not that green. Right here. Boom, patience. I mean,
They're single-handedly
they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yes, bailing Spire out.
Now, right here, now you've done a good job the last 3 trips. Make him good. That's a win.
We'll take that.
That's a win. Every time they've had to make a shot over the top, good throw ahead. Now you got to score. Now you dribble it back out.
And Dacian Nix, he traveled, got away with it.
That's too tough for this game.
He can get that shot anytime he wants.
That's too tough a shot for this game. You won. Pull it back out. They've been successful in the defensive end because they hadn't gotten broken down.
Yes.
They have not been forced into any medium to long closeouts.
They've really done a very good job of containing the offense, staying in front of their man.
Now, right here, 4. See where 4's at over there? He's locked. You're locked to a person that can just stand and shoot it. Get all the way to help side. Now you're long closeout. See right there? You live with it. He's going to make a couple of those,
ball.
but you're happy with it.
23-11.
Right
Spire
here.
on top of Trinity.
No bad shot.
Milton Burnett, terrible.
Bad shot.
Gabriel War had the rebound in his hands, lost it. Stolen, Milton Burnett. Now that's the first time Jermaine Jackson has gotten up upset.
Right here, just stay solid. You got
Oh,
broken
what
down.
a pass. Oh, what a block by Zaba Bengala. And,
Turnover.
yep,
Trying
Gabriel
to
War.
do things.
What a dunk by LaMelo Ball.
Bad shot.
Wow. And, you know, Casey, as announcers, as broadcasters, our job is to really talk basketball. But a lot of success in basketball is can you do it or can you not? LaMelo Ball can do it offensively. What a stunningly athletic one-hand dunk on really what was a bad lob. It was not a good lob. It didn't matter.
No, he went up and got it.
He just said, hey, that ball was meant for me. Let me go get it, and he did. Wow, that was impressive. 25-13, Spire in the lead. As strange as it may sound, though, Trinity is still hanging around. 12 points is not insurmountable. And then they throw a ball away, trying to make a pass that was unnecessary.
They don't seem to understand space. That's a win. He made it. He's going to make it.
Rocket Watts.
You're okay with it. The problem is not the tough shots they're making. They've made a couple of them.
Dacian Nix with a
move.
beautiful finish.
He's the only person that should have unbelievably free reign
Yes.
to do stuff like that.
Yes.
Right here. Now you're broken down a little bit. Just keep him in front of you. That's a win.
Step back three. Wow.
Good shot.
It's a great shot. Rocket Watts with 10 now. And we've got a foul on the play. Foul committed by Rocket Watts, his first, team fifth. Milton Burnett over to Zaba Bengala. Bengala into the lane. Floater, no good.
That's a foul.
It was. I agree. Milton Burnett for three, and it's good. Burnett was hot from three-point range yesterday, and he picks up where he left off. And Mello threw that one away. Spire 31, Trinity 18. Now, that's something that bugs me about modern players, Casey. Coach Lockridge was telling Kevin Gillis something. I don't know what, saying that's zero, whatever that means. And Kevin Gillis' first reaction to his coach was, no. What do you mean, no? Of course the coach knows where you're supposed to be on his play. Bengala pass down the Knicks.
That's a good trip. That's a great trip. Doesn't matter if the shot went or not. It's a great trip. Now you got this problem.
Leaking out. Oh, he missed it. Isaiah Jackson there to clean it up. Dacian Knicks Euro step.
Good pass.
Kicks it out to Zaba Bengala. He drives baseline, and he's fouled.
See?
Peter Filipovity with that foul, his first, team sixth. And I hope our listeners or viewers don't think we're trying to be too negative. We're seeing that Trinity really has a chance here, but they're not giving themselves an opportunity to cash in that chance. They're making a lot of poor decisions. And the margin for error against a team like Spire is very slim to begin with.
It's very slim because you got to score so many points
Yes.
or reduce points.
And reducing points with them is so difficult. They've got three premium scorers.
Now you go to the foul line. You got a chance to cut it back to 13.
And that foul committed by Carrington McCaskill, his first, team seventh. Zaba Bengala will go to the line. He will shoot a pair.
Couldn't tell if he made that or not. I think he made it.
Yes, he did. Bengala makes the first. And he misses the second. LaMelo Ball with the rebound. Rocket Watts is going to pull. No good.
Oh, no, don't save it.
Saved it right to Gardner. Myron Gardner in the lane. No good. He was looking for a foul call. None was coming.
Trouble.
A deep move.
Trouble. Be strong.
Gabriel War.
Be strong. Touchdown pass.
Rocket Watts to Isaiah Jackson.
You got to be impressed with Rocket's ball skills.
You've got to.
1-1.
That foul committed by Terry Lockett, his first, team eighth. And so to the line, shooting 1-1, Jose Cuello.
A lot of the things we're talking about with Trinity, the reason we have to talk about it is because Spire's really good at what they do.
Absolutely.
So it's not at all. It's a compliment to Spire to be talented and successful at what they do to make Trinity have to play that well a basketball game.
Oh, so that was a 2-shot foul. Oh,
No, they called a violation.
oh, violation. Okay, well, and he still missed.
Good
Gabriel
rebound.
Ward.
Good rebound.
That's the second rebound in a row he had in his hands, and he just lost it. Rocket Watts. Whew. It did everything but go down. It had a good chance to go down. Dacian Nix, step back. Passes it to Cuello. Layup is good. Jose Cuello made up for the missed front end of a 1-and-1 with that bucket. LaMelo Ball. Over to Terry Lockett. Lockett almost loses it.
Wow, good job
Wow.
of gaining your dribble.
Wow, what handles. Three ball is good. Andre Polk.
Nice shot.
Beautiful shot. Shot no good, Jose Cuello. And LaMelo as a kick, Dacian Nix. He kicked that one right off the scoreboard.
Soccer.
.149 left in the first half. Spire 38, Trinity International 21. Rocket Watts, it's good. 40-21, the lead is 19. Dacian Nix with the Euro. He gets it over to Marlon Leston for the layup. Rocket Watts. Whoa, that was deep. There's just nothing you can do about that, Casey.
Oh, he's so talented. I mean,
sometimes you just have to shrug your shoulders and say, okay,
Yeah.
you got that one, boss. And forget about it and move
the
on.
one thing about Spire, I just looked up at the scoreboard. Scoring-wise, they're really, really balanced. I'd be curious to know how many assists they have.
That shot is blocked by Andre Polk. Terry Lockett drives baseline. He drops it off for Myron Gardner.
10 assists right now, 11 assists for the half.
That seems a little low, but okay, we'll take it.
I trust our statistician.
Absolutely, I do too. Zaba Bengala for three, no good. LaMelo Ball with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Terry Lockett, three ball on the way, no good. Stolen by Dacian Nix, 4.5 seconds left. Up ahead to Madit Mu, and he cannot get a shot off. It's halftime. And our score is Spire 45, Trinity International 23. And Spire is just too much for Trinity. It is what it is. And for Trinity to have a chance to even keep it close, they've got to make better decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. They, it's got to be something you go in there and talk about at the half, to be honest with you, as far as, we got to use our offense to control tempo, but now you're down 22 and everything feels hard now. Now you're climbing uphill. And the problem with climbing uphill against a team that can score it is you got to keep climbing uphill.
And the hill keeps getting taller.
That's right.
Trinity honestly had their chances.
They did.
But they
did.
literally threw them away with bad passes and rushed shots and ill-advised shots.
Well,
that if you could go back and individually correct each of those instances, this is a manageable basketball game. But that's not how life works. You can't go back and cherry pick like that.
No, it's like we talked about earlier, and no one wants to hear it. Role identification.
Yes.
My role is X. I'm going to do X. and no one wants to hear that in today's game. And the problem is, and I'm going to take this to a whole new level since we're talking basketball. Back in the day, people talk about the American game and the European game, right? You know, there's a lot of talk about that. And everybody says the American game's not as good as it was 20 years ago. I disagree with that in a lot of ways.
I do too.
I think the problem is with the American game is we've lost our role player. And what that means is when we were in school or whatever, if I was a shooter, all I did was shoot. I didn't try to go dribble in circles. I didn't try to do any of that. I was a shooter, and I made a shot, or I went one dribble and made a jump shot. I didn't try to do everything. Today's game, because there's so much unloyalty with players and players willing to move if you don't let them do this or if you do this, what it creates is being average at everything, and you lose your specialty. So I don't think basketball is any worse in America. I just think we have lost our role player completely in American basketball.
I think that's a very, very apt description of what's going on. But we're going to take a break. Got just under 8 minutes before the second half. We hope you are enjoying Day 3 of 2019 Mustang Madness live from Strawberry Hills Arena, McCracken County High School in Paducah, Kentucky. And our score at the half is Spire Academy 45, Trinity International 23. So we hope you are enjoying this grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half.
This is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
We are about 1 minute away from the second half. Spire Academy 45, Trinity International 23. From the standing room only Strawberry Hills Arena. McCracken County High School in Paducah, Kentucky. So stick around, folks. Second half will be underway in about 35 seconds. And a quick first half scoring summary for Spire Academy. Rocket Watts led the way with 15, Isaiah Jackson 11, Myron Gardner 8, LaMelo Ball 5, Andre Polk and Terry Lockett 3 apiece. For Trinity International, Dacian Nix led the way with 6, Zaba Bengala and Milton Burnett had 5 each, 3 points for Medit Mu, and 2 each for Jose Cuello and Marlon Leston.
Curious to see what adjustments Trinity made coming in here.
They've got the ball first to start the second half. Dacian Nix, tray ball is good. Nix now has 9 to lead Trinity International. LaMelo Ball over the timeline. He is picked up there by Dacian Nix. In the corner, I can't see who that is. There we go, that's Terry Lockett. Lockett spins into the lane. He passes it to Isaiah Jackson. Up and no good. Rebound, Zaba Bengala. Knocked out of bounds off of Bengala's head. So the basketball will belong to Spire Academy. LaMelo Ball to trigger. Rocket Watts thought about pulling that, thought better of it. He'll pull that one instead. It looked good for a while, but didn't go in. What a rebound by Isaiah Jackson. Poked free by Gabriel War and picked up by Zaba Bengala. Milton Burnett in the corner. Dribbles it out. Zaba Bengala. Tray ball is good. So they score the first 6 points of the second half. If they hadn't gotten behind so far, Casey, I'd start feeling optimistic.
Pretty headsy play right there by Rocket,
Rocket Watts.
I mean, missed a couple threes, get to the rim. Make sure you either get to the foul line or make the layup.
Dacian Nix should have never tried that. He tried to dribble it between the legs of Terry Lockett. LaMelo Ball with the tip dunk. Stolen. Myron Gardner. Rocket Watts. He throws it right to Milton Burnett. Burnett pulls up. Mid-range, no good. Tip, no good by Marlon Leston. They do recover the long rebound. Dacian Nix, 3 ball on the way, no good. LaMelo Ball with the rebound. Oh, what a picture-perfect pass to Terry Lockett. He gives it to Isaiah Jackson. Basket is good.
Isaiah's been pretty impressive the whole weekend, in my opinion.
Yes.
The skill set he's shown as a, probably a 4-man has been really, really impressive.
The foul committed by Marlon Leston, his second, team first. Isaiah Jackson to the line. He missed it. 51-29. Spire Academy on top. Three, no good by J.D. Asasa. Myron Gardner drives baseline. Kicks it. I'm assuming that's Lockett. No, that's Rocket Watts he kicked it to. Isaiah Jackson saves the rebound, gives it to
Double
Myron
dribble.
Gardner. Gardner was trying to connect with the LaMelo Ball, throws it away.
Do you feel like offensively it's kind of like watching the Houston Rockets play a little bit, where it's a lot of ISO basketball, and then that's kind of the biggest comparison I have.
Good comparison at that. Milton Burnett for three, and it's good.
They got it to 19. I think their goal maybe should be, I would say 12. 12 with 9 to play. 10 with 9 to play, something like that.
That sounds reasonable to me. LaMelo Ball with the finger roll in the lane. Isaiah Jackson, what is he? Oh, Milton Burnett steals it back. Basket good. Marlon Leston. Rocket Watts to LaMelo Ball. No good. Isaiah Jackson, what a rebound.
So athletic.
Dacian Nix. He got it to J.D. Asasa. Layup no good. Rocket Watts. So Trinity International calls time. 30-second timeout with 12:03 left in the game. And our score is Spire 57, Trinity 34. And they've changed it to a full. So that'll give us a moment to take a quick break. We will be back in a moment from the 2019 Mustang Madness, a grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. I'm Leroy Watson, joined by Casey Barksdale. We'll be back in just a moment. Trinity basketball. Dacian Nix to Zaba Bengala. He traveled, but they didn't catch that.
But you live with that shot right there. You're going
Yes.
to the rim. You're in a power position.
Second foul on Isaiah Jackson. Team first foul of the second half. Zaba Bengala to the line, shooting a pair. First free throw, good. Spire 57, Trinity 35. 11:49 left in the contest.
We've had some good ball games today.
We
a lot
have.
of close ones.
We have. And Bengala makes both.
So here's one question for you. Spire likes to play fast on the offensive end. But you notice their break is not, I guess, it's not stenciled. Like the 4 doesn't take it out and throw to the 1. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like it's
right.
whoever takes it out, and it doesn't look like they take it out with this extreme purpose to get
No.
out and run. I just wonder how organized or what the thought process is there from Coach Jackson.
He's probably a proponent of positionless basketball,
Yep.
and he demands all of his players be skilled enough to do anything that anyone else is doing. That would be my guess. Nice work there by Dacian Nix. And if he can't trust you to trigger an inbounds or anything like that, well, you shouldn't be on the floor anyway.
Well, Isaiah Jackson's been really, really good.
Yes. He's been really good. You see why he is in the U.S. men's national team program. Offensive rebound, Rocket Watts. Stray ball is good. Terry Lockett.
Good pass.
Gabriel War with the two-hand jam. His first basket of the evening. Rocket Watts makes it look easy, but then he throws it right to Dacian Nix. Dacian Nix ahead to Zaba Bengala.
Back to 20. Back to 20. Fans didn't like that.
No, the fans wanted a dunk.
Back to 20.
62-42. Isaiah Jackson, it's good.
Man, he's so good.
Stolen by LaMelo Ball. Shot is good.
LaMelo didn't know
He's
if he
now
wanted
in
to pass
double
that
digits,
one or
11 points. Zaba Bengala met at the rim by Isaiah Jackson. Foul on Jackson, that is his third. And to the free throw line, shooting a pair, will be Zaba Bengala. What? No, Miss Jackson's third. They must be confusing the 22. Because Gabriel War is the one who didn't have a foul. Bengala makes the second. 66-43. Spire Academy up by 23.
good pass.
Lockett can't finish. Oh, what a pass from Myron Gardner over his shoulder to Isaiah Jackson.
You know, Garner's probably one of the more underrated guys in their starting lineup
Yes.
because he can do a little bit of everything.
Now, why did Isaiah even try to catch that? It was clearly tipped. Touchdown. Dacian Nix to Zaba Bengala.
Coach Jackson, once again, he's so hard on officials.
He really is. Whoa. That was right in front of us here. LaMelo Ball missed it. Then he gets a steal. Drives the lane. Reverse layup, no good. Zaba Bengala loses the rebound.
The good thing for the official is he really hadn't had to move out of that square.
No.
That's a positive.
It is. Gabriel War back into the game for Trinity, replacing Marlon Leston.
Remember us talking yesterday about designer belts? Coach Jackson's game a designer belt.
There you go.
It's the new in.
Myron Gardner with the basket for Spire Academy. He's got 10. Milton Burnett. What a spin move there by Terry Lockett. Three ball is good. Myron Gardner. He's got 13. And he gets the block shot there. Rocket Watts lobs it to LaMelo Ball. LaMelo can't complete that one. Gets hung on the rim. Daisha Nix to Milton Burnett. No good. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Trinity would appear.
I wonder if there's a number that Spire tries to get to as far as number of threes, number of twos, number of points, number of assists. I wonder if there's any numbers to mathematically, for scoring purposes.
Good question. If we get a chance, we might ask Coach Jackson. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to tell. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound. Daisha Nix fouls, trying to get the steal. It's his second, team third. .740 remaining. Spire up by 26. Stolen.
Oh.
Kevin Gillis. Gabriel Ward misses, and then he gets the stick back. Isaiah Jackson. He's got 23. Floater in the lane, no good by Jose Cuello.
Probably the most, once again, I'll say it again, the most underrated probably player in their starting five.
Layup good. Myron Gardner. Three is good. Jose Cuello.
They gave him a 2 there.
Oh, they gave him a 2.
Yep. Good move. Good job of catching it and making a move quick there.
Yes. Zaba Bengala commits his second foul, team sixth. Andre Polk at the line, shooting a pair. First free throw is good.
Trinity's throwing everything at them and the kitchen sink over there.
Yes. Just wasn't enough.
And they've been rotating them in and out, got to give Coach credit. He's doing a good job at trying to get his basketball team ready to perform. Oh. I mean, Trinity's competing. They're competing.
They are.
Can't argue that.
They have not quit, and you must respect them for that.
This is a good matchup here.
Very good matchup. LaMelo Ball versus Daisha Nix. Myron Gardner for 3. Gardner now has 18. Corner 3 is good.
That's Jose.
Jose Cuello.
He shot it well yesterday. Made some shots against Callaway.
Three ball is good.
See, that one went in, but that one spun backwards.
So
I don't know. That one spun backwards. I don't know if he was able to get his feet set or whatever, but that one spun backwards. I don't know if there's any correlation to that with him or not.
And we're at the stage where the teams are just going to let each other get shots.
Yep.
Which I always hate. Just compete until the final buzzer. Don't concede anything.
Well, you've always got something to get better at. It's
yes.
January. It's the first week of January. There's got to be a technical there, doesn't there?
I would think.
There's really no reason for that.
And technical is on
there's
Myron Gardner.
So he's going to have 1-1, and then we'll go shoot the technical. I mean, way too talented a young man to do that. Way too talented.
Much, much too talented. You're absolutely right. Milton Burnett makes 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Basketball will belong to Trinity. Trailing by 28, 86-58.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Cam's a little lost. Judging by Coach's reaction there.
Very lost.
Cam got lost.
Gabriel War. He's got 6 all in the second half. Stolen, Milton Burnett.
Off the glass.
It's good. Burnett has 13.
If you're Coach Jackson, though, you can't be happy with how your team's finishing this thing, can you?
No, you cannot.
I mean, I know you've got 2 big pieces in Rocket. Well,
he's a lot more calm right now than I expected he might be.
3. Things getting a little chippy down there with Jose and Mello down there. The question is, in a 22-point game, with there already being a technical, do you run a big risk of what this game could become and something unnecessary happening?
You definitely run that risk.
You know, as good as Rocket is and as good as LaMelo is, and I don't want to take anything away from their performance this weekend, I have probably been most impressed without seeing Jackson in person with his
I would
ball
say so,
skill.
too. I would agree with that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Melo and Rocket have not disappointed
Special,
one
yeah.
bit, but I've been really impressed with his ball skills.
And as I keep saying, you figure out really quickly why it is U.S. men's national program wants Isaiah Jackson involved.
Absolutely.
He didn't block that shot, but he sure changed it.
When we gonna get the sub in tonight? The guy who made the dribble back three last night.
He's got his warm-up on. I don't think we're going to see him. That's just my gut intuition. I don't think we will see him. But there's 2:41 left, so we just might.
You know, you're at that stage as a commentator where, you know, you've done as much analysis as you can.
Yes, yes.
Spire's been talented. Spire's done, you know, given these people, I think, what they showed up to see, I hope. But there's not a whole lot left to say. You're just hoping that 2 minutes and 4 seconds run off and no one gets hurt.
No one gets hurt and it doesn't get too chippy
Yep.
and nothing crazy happens that someone regrets later or
That's
somebody
right.
gets suspended for. Just play out the string and move on to the next contest. Corner three is good. That is Milton Burnett. And, you know, I might be reaching just a little bit here. I probably am, but, you know, we got dead air, so let's fill it. This might be showing us another chink in the armor for Spire. You know, we talked a little bit about it last night. They really don't have a post presence. They don't. Isaiah Jackson is not a pure post player. He does post work for them, but he's not a pure post player. So if someone has a pure post player, that's already going to create a problem for them. This is 2 nights in a row that they have had someone crushed, no hope of coming back, and yet that team is allowed to claw back and make it closer than it needs to be. That lack of focus concerns me, and, you know, I don't know how you fix that. I
Well,
mean,
you got to remember 20 is 10. If you're up 20,
Good
you're
point.
only up 10.
That's a
20
good
is
point.
10 the way they play. That's first and foremost. The second thing is, you know, what happens if someone decides to run with them? I don't see depth being a strength.
And I know the problem with that is having the weapons to run with them.
Well, that's
but
true.
there are teams out here who do have
do.
the weapons to run with them.
Or,
LaMelo Ball,
or here's one for you. Foul trouble.
like Isaiah Jackson had
That's right.
last night.
That's right.
Milton Burnett on the run out. And shot was blocked. Jackson with the rebound. He is fouled by Marlon Leston. Isaiah Jackson makes that free throw after missing his last 4 attempts. Wait a minute, here we go.
There's our guy. Kobe Bryant checking in the game.
Rebu Paul.
LeBron and Kobe haven't left. Still here.
But if you look at Coach Jackson's facial expressions right now, his body language, he is not happy at all.
He don't seem happy.
Jackson with the rebound to Rocket Watts. Watts doesn't handle the pass. Dacian Nix. He got it to Marlon Leston. Leston gets stripped by LaMelo Ball.
But I just heard Coach Jackson say it was, one of their worst performances of the year, I guess you'd say. But that goes back to, I wonder what the numbers are. Are there numbers? Are there whatever?
I'm sure there are. Madit loses that ball out of bounds. One ref says the ball belongs to Trinity. One ref says it belongs to Spire. And the ref who said belongs to Spire won that
I think they should
discussion.
come over and both of them make the same call. 1 point one way, 1 point the other.
Give them 2 balls.
That's right.
Well, that's our final. Spire 89, Trinity 69. And Trinity actually outscored Spire 46-44 in the second half. Player of the game is Isaiah Jackson. So we'll get prepared to speak with him. So don't go anywhere. We'll have our interview with Isaiah Jackson in just a moment. County and McCracken. Got it. And we are here live with our player of the game, Isaiah Jackson of Spire Academy. Isaiah, congratulations on being player of the game. Fantastic performance. We can really see why U.S. national team has you a part of their program. Talk about what it's like to be a part of the U.S. national team.
It's a blessing. It was a dream come true. I got to play with like the best players in the country and stuff. So, it's a good experience.
What's it like playing with this group, playing with LaMelo, playing with Rocket Watts? There's so much firepower. It's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love playing with these guys. He's my brother. So, hopefully we go undefeated this year.
All right. Thanks a lot for a great performance. We're looking forward to seeing you again down the road.
All right, thanks.
All right. And everybody stay tuned. Next up will be Elliott County versus McCracken County live from the 2019 Mustang Madness. Don't go anywhere.
Yes.